Hello! In this clip from our Justia webinar, Google Search Console, the secret weapon you didn't know you had, Gustavo Montes, Director of SEO at Justia, discusses using Google Search Console to find and troubleshoot issues your website may be facing. If you want to see more Justia videos on law practice and legal marketing, be sure to subscribe to our channel.
All right. Now let's talk about the troubleshooting issues. And again, this is just report that you can use for troubleshooting problems on your website. Okay. I'm gonna start with the indexing section. So I'm gonna go over the page indexing right here. Page indexing report. Okay. Okay. So here, basically, you're gonna see which pages are indexed on Google, right? Which of the pages on your website, or how many of them are indexed on Google, and how many Google found that are not indexed, okay? And again, for example, this particular website, all of the pages are indexed. So this particular website has like 1,300 pages or so. All of them are indexed, which is why it shows on green. But Google found a number of other URLs that are meant not to be indexed, right? And which is why you'll see a number on the not indexed pages. Again, I'll provide some additional examples on that too. Okay, here keep an eye on certain changes, right? If everything is in the green, everything is indexed. If there's a change, maybe you did an upgrade on your website, you moved providers, or you made this big overhaul of a particular section, errors can happen, right? And maybe you start losing some of the pages indexed. And then that you will see on this report. You'll see sort of a decrease over time. So just keep an eye for any changes, any drastic changes or any negative trends. That's really what's important. Okay? And this option here is basically to view all of the index pages that Google has. So if you click here, it's gonna open the report for index pages. And this is just focused on the index pages. And on the table that you see below the graph, that is the list of index pages that Google has for your website. If you have most law firm websites are not super big, maybe less than 100 pages, you will be able to come here and see all of the pages, like the full list of pages that Google has indexed of your website. If you happen to have 2,000 pages, this list, Google will show you the number. So the number will say that 2,000 number, but the actual table with the list of pages, it has a limit to just 1,000 rows. So Google will only show 1,000 rows on the list. Just something to keep in mind. Okay. Okay. That's what I was mentioning. So there's a limit for the number of index pages listed. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna show you the list of these lists at the bottom are the list of reasons why pages are not indexed. All right. I'm expanded. All right. And again, these are the different reasons. Google will tell you the different reasons why pages are not indexed. And for this one, you just need to make sure, you focus most of the time, you just focus on the not found, on the 404s. And this is basically, maybe you have broken links on your website. Maybe you misspell a link and, it's just wrong, right? It's just pointing to an invalid page. That's reported as a 404, as a not found. Or maybe somebody on a directory or an external website is linking to one particular page of your site, and maybe you are no longer doing that type of case, right? So that's a 404. That's what is going to be listed under 404s. If you see some links that may be misspelled, and Google will tell you where Google found those sort of problematic URLs. you can use this report to sort of locate that and just fix those links. The rest of the errors here are, again, they can be used to troubleshoot and surface some technical issues impacting your site. And you see those are sort of big numbers, right? So the first one, it says alternate page with proper canonical, right? That's a big number of pages. Well, for websites that have AMP, all of the AMP pages are reported under this category. So even though the AMP page is working, the AMP page is served to the users that are using the mobile device, they are just reported under this particular category. So again, that's what I meant, what I was saying. Even though it shows us as page not indexed, many times it's meant to be that way, and it's a non-issue. So anyway, keep an eye for any drastic changes here too. If there are like a negative trend in terms of the indexation, now you find more pages that are not indexed, and something to discuss with your web provider to see if this is an issue or not. So you need to make sure that what's here is meant to be this way or not. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the section to add sitemap. Okay, and I'm gonna zoom in so you can see that. Sitemap, this is sort of part of the normal configuration of any website. You should have a sitemap to on your law firm website under Search Console. It allows Google to discover all of the pages of your website. So it's a very important component to have. So here, basically, this is how you submit it, right? So just go to the textbooks and just put the name of your sitemap. The sitemap needs to be hosted on your website, and then you just click submit, and that's it. So just make sure your website has a sitemap in XML format and that it's submitted to Google Search Console. Also, something that's important is make sure the sitemap is in sync with your website, so that this is not only done by your CMS, whether it's WordPress or whatever you're using. Anytime a page is added, a page is deleted, make sure the sitemap reflects that, so that Google always has like sort of the latest picture of your site. Okay, so the next one is removals. Okay, so for removals, I want to go to this temporary removals option. And right here, so temporary removal option, this is basically a tool that is used to remove a URL from Google, okay? So, for example, I'm going to show you one scenario. So let's say that you have your website, and you have this particular practice area page that's ranking on Google, and let's say that you decided to stop using or stop handling those type of cases, right? So you just want to get rid of that page, remove it immediately from Google search, because you're getting a lot of calls and you just don't want them, right? So you can use this temporary remove a URL section. You can say, I'm going to remove just this particular URL, and then you enter the URL that you want to remove, and then you click next, and then basically what that's going to do is going to remove it from the actual search result from Google, okay? It doesn't happen immediately, but it's pretty quick, right? So again, there are scenarios where you do want to remove specific pages, or maybe there's a page that's problematic, has some information that's inaccurate, and it's no longer applicable, so you just need it gone. Okay, you can go use this particular feature to remove it. Okay, the next one is the clear cache URL. That's another option. So the way this works is that, let's say that you have one page that's ranking on Google, and maybe this particular page has the wrong phone number. Okay, it's the wrong phone number. Maybe it's the phone number of an attorney and that is no longer working for you. You need this particular phone number removed immediately, but you don't want to remove the page because maybe this is a good page that's ranking well, that's driving traffic. You just want this particular phone number gone. So what you can do is you can use this clear cache URL option. You can is just specify the URL that you wanna, for which you wanna clear the cache, enter the URL, and basically what this is gonna do is just gonna clear that particular snippet below the URL. So the URL remains, but the snippet is gone. And of course, you need to make sure that you update the page so that phone number is no longer there, that it's the correct number. And then you can also go and use the inspect tool to request indexation of the page so that it gets updated as soon as possible. But this clearing the snippet, clearing this portion, it works pretty fast. And sometimes you do want to take that action. You want to remove something quick for whatever reason. Okay. All right. Now let's move to manual actions. Okay. There's another important section. So manual actions, these are just actions or like penalties that Google sort of issues to websites after a human reviewer at Google has determined that you have pages on your website that are not compliant with Google's like spam policies, for example, where there's a problem. Okay. In this case, this is fine. Well, I found an example online. Here's one. This is a manual action, and in this case, it says, there's some user-generated spam. This is one type of manual action. There's a lot of different types of actions, manual actions from Google. Maybe unnatural links. If you are going crazy, getting external backlinks with keywords from all of these different sources, you used to get manual actions like often. Now it doesn't happen as often. Now Google just sort of discounts the value of those links. But if you go to this extent that is really bad, chances are you can get a manual action. And what that does is gonna remove your website from Google completely. It can either remove your website completely from Google search, or maybe some portions of your website. So it's really bad to get one of these manual actions. You need to fix it. When this happens, you need to fix it. Google normally gives you some pointers on what Google identifies as problematic. And once you fix it, you need to go to request a review. And then you need to wait, and that can take some time. So again, you don't want to engage on some of these practices that can get you a manual action, because it can take time for a website to recover from it. Okay, and the last one here is the security issues. Okay, and again, in this case, everything is fine, but security issues could be that the content, your website is hacked, right? There was a problem with your website, and Google will notify you of that. I'm going to show you an example that I found too. Here, there's one with malware, another one with hacked. So you got hacked, maybe, you have a blog and you are accepting comments from users on your blog, and you're allowing users to enter anything they want, and they can inject some problematic, things on there. And again, there could be some issues with allowing people to post information on your website. Or it can be true that you are linking from your site to these really shady places, right? So that are, have a lot of viruses and malware. So that can also get your website, you can have a security issue because of that. And when that happens, Google will normally flag your website when it ranks on Google. It's gonna just to sort of alert users that your website appears to be hacked or to have security issues. So again, something to keep an eye on and act very quickly if you have one of these problems.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy it, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos on law practice and legal marketing. See you in our next clip.